Good morning, Brittany.
Good morning.
I hate that you couldn't make it to school yesterday, but it's okay. I understand. So I made this video to try and help you understand what we went over a little bit in class, okay?
Okay.
All right. So what we learned about were polygons. And what a polygon is a simple closed plane formed by 3 or more line segments. So some of the polygons that we see in everyday life would be like a triangle or a square or a pentagon, things like that. So there are two different kinds of polygons. We have regular polygons and we have irregular polygons. Regular polygons are closed plane figures with straight sides that are all the same length. And an irregular polygon is a closed plane figure with straight lines that are different lengths. So there are many different types of polygons, and they are triangles. Triangles have 3 sides and 3 angles. And some of the triangles that we see in real life include pizza or a yield sign that you may see when your parents are driving, things like that. The next one is quadrilaterals. Quadrilaterals have 4 sides and 4 angles. And a few of those, which you see on our quadrilateral family, are a rectangle, a square, a parallelogram, a rhombus, and a trapezoid. And a few examples of quadrilaterals in the real world would be like a square quilt, a rectangular pool, or a diamond-shaped kite. Next, we have pentagons. Pentagons have 5 sides and 5 angles. Right here we have a flower that's made with different pentagons. And we also have a sign that you may see when your parents are driving. There's another sign. And then we also have the actual pentagon where people work. Next, we have hexagons. Hexagons have 6 sides and 6 angles. So I remember hexagon has 6 sides or 6 angles by the X, because there's an X in hexagon and there's an X in 6. So that's just a little trick that I use to help me remember the amount of sides and angles. Over here we have a few examples. We have a window that's shaped like a hexagon. We have a beehive. And we also have a nut over here. All right, next we have heptagons. Heptagons have 7 sides and 7 angles. Okay, over here we have an example of a pill container that's shaped like a heptagon. And we also have an example of a plate that's shaped like a heptagon. Next, we have octagons. Octagons are pretty easy to remember too because they have 8 sides and 8 angles. And to remember octagon, that they have 8 sides and 8 angles, I think about an octopus, how an octopus has 8 legs. So that helps me remember. And here's an example of an octagon-shaped trampoline. And here's an example of a stop sign. Signs are in lots of different shapes. And we also have a octagon ring. Finally, we have nonagons. Nonagons have 9 sides and 9 angles. Now, this is a painting of a nonagon with lots of different colors. And this is a nonagon that's irregularly shaped. Remember how we talked about regular and irregular? This one is irregular. Last, we have decagons. Decagons have 10 sides and 10 angles. Okay, think of a decade, which is 10 years. So that's how I remember decagons have 10 sides and 10 angles, because a decade is 10 years. And this is a regular shaped decagon, and this one is irregular. Okay, now we're going to play a little game called Bucket and Spade, and they are going to help us go over some of the things we learned. Now, some things that are in this game we may not have learned yet, but that's okay. It'll give us a heads up on what we're going to learn next.
I keep my shape collection in the beach hut, but it is very dark inside. Luckily, Spade has got a torch. When you're sure what the shape is, click on the matching one on my notice board, here.
Okay.
Explore the shape and then click on an answer.
So we're going to explore the shape. All right. What shape do you think this is?
Square.
Okay, it looks like a square, but this is actually...
Yes, the shape in the hut is a cube.
Good job.
How many faces does this shape have?
Okay, so let's count the faces. The faces are these smooth things right here. So we have 1, 2, 3, and then we also have 3 that are hidden. So 3 plus 3 is 6.
Yes, that's right. Listen, a cube is a solid shape with a perfectly round face and no edges.
All right, let's do another.
Let's look for another shape.
All right, let's look at this one.
Explore the shape and then click on an answer.
Okay, so let's see how many sides we have. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 sides, and we have 1 angle, 2 angles, 3 angles, 4 angles. So do you remember which shape had 4 sides and 4 angles?
A square.
A square.
Yes,
Awesome.
the shape in the hut is a square.
All right, we're going to do one more, okay?
How many sides does this shape have?
How many sides did we say a square had?
4.
4?
Yes,
Awesome.
that's right.
Good job.
Listen, a square is a flat shape with 4 sides all the same length and 4 equal corners.
All right,
Let's look for another shape. Explore the shape and then click on an answer.
All right, let's explore this shape. Whoop, I don't see any circle, any edges
It's
or
a
any
circle.
corners. All right, let's see.
Yes, the shape in the hut is a circle. How many sides does this shape have?
How many sides?
0.
0, let's see.
No, I'm afraid
not 0.
not. This is the right answer.
1.
Listen, a circle is a flat shape with 1 curved side
1 curved
and
side
no
right
corners.
there. That's okay, though. It's okay to get things wrong. All right, Brittany. Well, I hope this helped you. And if you need any more help, you can just Skype me or anything, and you can finish that worksheet, okay, that your friend brought home to you, okay?